We're at the BNBL Championships at the very end of the summer.
This is actually the game I'm looking forward to of the three tonight. This is probably the most even game going into it.
Are you kidding me?
We've seen him do that
Maurice
before.
Wirtz. Nice move to the basket there for the Showstoppers.
To have those long arms and really good hands, it's a major advantage.
Oh, bring it down the house! What a game here in the girls 15 and under division. Hello everybody, welcome to the Clark Athletic Center at UMass Boston for the 2018 Girls BNBL Basketball Championships. First up, we got the girls 13 and under division as the Showstoppers take on the Shelburne Alphas. Hello everybody, I'm Pat Flaherty, joined by my partner as always, Alan Platt. And Alan, little change here in the BNBL Championships here at the end of the summer. We're at UMass Boston's Clark Athletic Center, newly renovated. This place is a great facility for these games.
Oh, it really is. Excellent lighting, like you said, just newly renovated. Looks great. Division III college atmosphere for these young 13-year-old girls.
No question, and it's probably going to take a few minutes for them to get used to this gym. It's a little bit different than going to like the Tobin Community Center.
You're right, but we did have the Alphas a few weeks ago, so they're actually used to the cameras.
Right.
Showstoppers, I'd say there's three guarantees in the summertime. August means BNBL playoffs.
That's right.
BNBL playoffs means Showstoppers, right?
That's right.
And here we are again.
Of course.
So it's going to be an evening of Showstoppers, as a matter of fact.
That's right. They're in all three divisions. Once again, girls 13 and under, 15 and under, and 18 and under this season. Now, for more of this game, we're going to go to our sideline reporter, Seth Orensky. Seth, what do you have?
Thanks, guys. A matchup of two teams that play all year long, meeting here in the summer championship. It's a little bit of two different sides. On the Alphas side, head coach Nicole Howell admitted this team has never been to a championship. Looking for that first title, happy to get through the semifinals, and they have all 12 players available. On the other side, the Showstoppers, a couple players getting here right at the buzzer, so they're going to be a little bit short-handed. Clinton Lasser said the biggest thing is execution. When you're down by a couple players, you might not be as fresh. You need to execute on offense, be smart on defense. They're going to try to push in transition, but also keep those players healthy, because a couple of those players we'll see again in the 15 and under level. Guys, take it away.
Thanks very much, Seth. Good point by him, too, is that we've got the Shelburne Alphas and Showstoppers in the next division's game as well. So you got both teams who might have a couple of players that sort of
the older
overlap.
ones, they will move up and play both games. Absolutely.
Definitely. So we'll see how that shakes out. We're just about set to go here at the Clark Center at UMass Boston as they're just about ready to tip off at center court.
Yeah, you talked about the atmosphere, Pat, and the first thing is the length of the court, the length and width of the court, which some of the younger girls will need to get used to. But probably the 13-year-olds have played in the course of AAU and recreational ball. They've played in some larger courts, so that won't be as difficult.
Showstoppers in the sort of tannish jerseys and Shelburne Alphas in the green jerseys. Shelburne Alphas control the opening tap.
Kick ball will stay with the Alphas in green.
Possession stays with the Alphas.
But defense by the Showstoppers coming out. Two defensive deflections. Showstoppers love to defend, get steals, and get layups. And there's the first steal.
That's stolen away by Jasmine Cox, who goes down the other end, scores the game's first bucket.
I tell you, Showstoppers live on their speed defensively. The Alphas will be tested early. The Showstoppers are going into their full court zone press.
The backboard no good there from the Shelburne Alphas. Showstoppers running the break well, and the up and under layup no good, however, from Shaheen Swain Price. Then the Shelburne Alphas throw it away.
Yeah, definitely some nerves on the Alphas in green. They had two fast break opportunities, and one sort of forced shot. That second one just an errant pass.
You know, we often talk about the depth perception on some of the shots in some of these bigger gyms. But it's got, you know, when you have those longer passes too, sometimes it looks like the player might be a little further away than they are.
Similar to football, wide receiver trying to catch a long pass. You know, you gotta try to be able to get under it, get yourself set to make the catch.
Showstoppers and Shelburne Alphas step out of bounds. That was Sinead Mayo who stepped on the baseline, so it'll go back to the Showstoppers. About 3.5 minutes gone by here in the first half. It's going to be a carry that time from Andrea Manley.
Both teams like to play that up-tempo game. So far, the Showstoppers defense has been a difference.
That's going to be a foul inside on Manley, it looks like. Nope, that's on Shane Swain Price.
Just watch the drive, looking for the baseline set shot. Had a good block, but once you follow through with that swipe, you're usually going to get some arm. 2 free throws.
Yeah, Laura Johnson Shed now at the free throw line for the Shelburne Alphas. And she cannot hit the first. Alphas still looking for their first basket or point. Substitution for Shelburne. Milani Smith now in. Shed misses the second as well. But she gets a steal there off the errant pass. Shed. That time was a block inside. Put back. No good. Couple of chances there for Shelburne.
That was the best offensive series so far for Alphas.
We're going to scramble for the loose ball. That's
a lot of energy, huh? A lot of energy.
You think these girls know it's a championship game, right?
You can tell right from the opening minute. She's out of bounds too. Yeah, that's what you're talking about. You missed. That's a good point you made, because the main part of the floor is blue. There's obviously the white line, but then it's black after that. So a lot of times with the depth perception, you can forget that you might be out of bounds, and we've seen it twice already.
Yeah, and a lot of the courts in the BNBL during the regular season are the community centers. They're all the same hardwood color. They just have lines. So with the 2 different paints, sometimes it gets confusing there. As it looks like, I think the Showstoppers just took that last time out here with about 10:30 left to go in the first half.
So the Showstoppers, they're actually doing what they want to do other than scoring hoops. They have the only points in the game, but they're used to being up by 10, 12 points by now.
Shelburne Alphas. Now on the drive in the basket, she got caught underneath. That time with Sierra Sherry. Showstoppers out on the break, and they'll get 2 free throws.
That's what they always do. They always share the ball. Once the ball gets close to half court, Showstoppers always look down court. Obvious foul with the body.
Johnson Shed committing that foul. That's Taylor Barros now at the free throw line. And Barros no good on the first.
Some of the nerves we talked about at the end of the game. Neither team has hit a free throw yet. Of course, in the warm-ups, they were hitting them all.
I'm sure. Feeling good about themselves hitting all those shots. Good feed inside, and that basket doesn't fall, however, for Barros.
So look at the quickness for the Showstoppers. They're just going after every loose ball. It's going to be a foul on the Showstoppers. Their body action underneath. Yeah, that's Cheyenne's second foul. I'll tell you, even though you haven't seen Shelburne and Green score yet, they've actually defended pretty well.
Backing her way inside and scoring is Swain Price.
Yeah, she was a little frustrated with the 2 quick fouls. But that time she was able to get to the block and get an easy hoop.
Showstoppers now with a 4-0 lead and a turnover by the Alphas A. Deep shot knocked home off the backboard. That time by Jasmine Cox.
The Alphas need a timeout. They got to get themselves settled. They're not attacking this press. I know they have a press breaker. You see that coach is trying to get the girls, first of all, just calm down, because you can't beat a press if you're frantic. That's exactly what the defense wants you to do. So this reminds you, okay, this is where you're supposed to go. On a made basket, you can run the baseline, create some open space to get the ball in bounds. Once you get your first pass in, then you should be settled down. But like we said earlier, the Showstoppers live off of this. That's in all their divisions, all the ages, 13, 15, and 18. All teams play very similar style. Use quickness. They gamble a lot on defense, but it usually pays off. And right now they're ahead 7-0.
Yeah, I thought that last basket was inside the 3-point line, but they gave her Jasmine Cox.
I thought the official said 2. See, that's the breaker they need. They got to finish them.
Nice fast break, but again, they got caught underneath the hoop.
Yeah, but that's the first time they did it right, which is good for their confidence.
And here comes Cox on another fast break for the Showstoppers, although Shelburne Alphas seem to get back. That 3 around the rim and out. It's Manley.
Nice
mid-range jumper knockdown from Tanaya Printence.
Yeah, Printence, nice shot by Tanaya. And again, sharing the ball, going across court, open teammate. Another steal.
Manley on the drive, reverse lay-in, no good.
Going to be a held ball in the rebound action. For whatever reason, it just seems that the Showstoppers have come out with a little more energy, because their defense has been leading to all their shot opportunities. And again, nerves on the inbounds passes. Shelburne Alphas just can't get themselves settled down. Nice cut, excellent cut.
That was old Powell McCrary scoring that basket. Now a 2-on-1 for the Shelburne Alphas. Nice feed inside, layup no good.
Looks like a kick ball, so it's going to go back to the Shelburne Alphas. Best chance for a score so far for the Alphas. It's going to be a foul out top. Talk about aggressive play, but this is Showstoppers in the Bay is just turning the heat up, keeping the pace flying. So far, Shelburne Alphas and Green just haven't been able to keep up.
Manley with another steal. Manley towards the basket. She'll get 2 more free throws.
And what's impressive about it, Pat, to me, is that it's not really a complicated type of defense. You see going in for the layup, good block shot, but also some contact. But the discipline is what creates those steals.
No question. Manley knocks down the first. Sideline reporter Seth Orensky with an update for us. Seth, what do you have?
Thanks, guys. Going into our first time out, the big focus was Cheyenne Swain Price on both sides. Her size obviously going to be a big mismatch for the Shelburne Alphas, but she went out with those 2 fouls, and the Showstoppers have actually taken even more advantage. The big reason, they've been able to minimize the turnovers, which killed them over the first 3 to 4 minutes in this game.
The board. Elise Bell.
So Bell scores that first basket for the Shelburne Alphas, gets them off the schneid, which has got to be a big weight lifted off the shoulders.
Not only that allows Shelburne to get into their press once you make a hoop.
See if they can create a turnover and another easy basket for themselves.
They're going to go to man-to-man pressure right now. Nice
pass inside to Manley, but she got caught underneath. Alpha's now trying to get out of the break.
Sometimes I forget it's this 13 under. Some of these passes by Showstoppers.
Vision, right?
Well, it just shows you when you're at a very young age, when players start to learn to play unselfishly, and you just get better and better as you play more games.
Three-second violation by the Shelburne Alphas. I think that one was on Zylise Bell. 3:20 left to go here in the first half. Look at the drive, fancy footwork from Cheyenne Swain Price.
Well, Seth just talked about her. She started the game with a couple of tough rebounds, had a nice post up, and that time, like you said, oh, twinkle toes, huh?
Yeah. The way she moved down the lane, that was pretty.
4 points, 3 rebounds, a couple of fouls also, which you have to watch out for. But it's 15-2, and I tell you, the Shelburne, if nothing else, they've just got to be sort of in a state of shock because they're not used to having a team just out-hustle them that much here in the first few minutes.
No question. They're usually the ones out-hustling other squads. Folks, if you want to follow us on social media, you can go to our Facebook page, search for Game of the Week in Boston. You can also type in facebook.com/Game of the Week Boston. Make sure you like us on Facebook. A lot of good stuff up there. Also, you can follow us on Twitter at Boston City TV. And if you want to tweet at us, use the hashtag BostonGOW. Stay with Shelburne Alphas. Good defense that time by Swain Price. Runner off the backboard, no good. That one goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Showstoppers.
Yeah, one of the few times you saw Shelburne get back defensively to make that deflection. Now, when we saw Shelburne earlier in the season, well, almost a month ago. Oh, wow.
Reverse layup.
She's doing it all now, right? Up and under.
Leads the team with 6 points here, and they have a 15-point lead with 2 minutes left in the first half.
See, we saw the exact opposite happen when we saw Shelburne the first time.
Another steal, that time by Printense. She tried to take it coast to coast, and that should be a traveling violation on Printense. Substitution for Shelburne Alphas as it looks like Sierra Sherry's going to take a seat. Meanwhile, Blue Kerr, I think that might be Courtney Howell who just checked into the ball game.
Courtney played well in the game we had earlier. She could be a key player. Again, the defense comes from behind, poke the ball away.
Another basket inside, no good. That was not Courtney Howell who checked in. It was Hija Allen Paisley.
Try to get up and under. Again, quick hands, just getting to all the loose balls.
So Powell McCary now at the free throw line. Cannot hit the first. She was fouled by Blue Kerr.
And the bench is starting to fill up for Showstoppers. They're getting more players. They have 3 players on the bench now. For a few minutes before game time, it looked like they're going to start out with only 4 players.
Yeah, right. And both teams still struggling at the free throw line.
They had a violation, so they have another free throw.
You go back to that depth perception. I mean, is even at the free throw line, is it so?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because you even have time to think about it?
No doubt about it. And then, well, what happens is once you miss one, then you think about it. And, of course, like anything else, you overthink it.
Right. Well, Powell McCary hit the second one, so 16-point lead now for Showstoppers. Almost with just one basket still.
Travel there. I tell you, overall, this has been a nightmare of the first half for the Shelburne Alphas in green. Just having not been able to get into the kind of offense they've played all summer.
See if they can put together another basket or two before halftime. Bank shot is good there for the Shelburne Alphas. That was Laura Johnson-Shedd. For Swain inside. Swain Price couldn't hit it. Gets her own rebound and her own putback.
Well, she's tough inside.
Eight points and 5 boards now for Cheyenne Swain Price. She's definitely been the best player so far in this one. Block there from Swain Price. Alphas are fighting hard, but still nothing to show for it on the scoreboard. Not much anyway. Another offensive rebound for Shelburne Alphas. 3 now on the way, no good. And we got a foul on the floor as Mayo was able to collect another offensive rebound.
It's almost, this defense by Showstoppers must feel like there's 6 players out there.
And that was saved out of bounds, or it was not saved. That's going to go back to the Showstoppers. 4.7 seconds left before the half.
Traveling violation there. So 3 seconds, chance to get a shot off for Shelburne right before halftime. That might be the 3rd foul on Cheyenne.
You got to think, in order for the Alphas to get back into this, you got to go at her and try to get her out of the game at some point.
Oh, no doubt.
And first free throw short that time for the Alphas. And good on the second. So after the first half here at the Clark Athletic Center, it's the Showstoppers on top of the Shelburne Alphas, 20-4 here in the first half of the girls' 2018 13 and under BNBL championship. And boy, the Showstoppers do what they do best: create turnovers and get easy baskets because of it.
The important thing you said was 13 and under. So with this, these younger players, it's almost like whoever gets off to the better start, they can really build on that, and it's like a snowball effect. And that's exactly what we saw the Showstoppers do. That pressing defense of theirs, a lot of hands in the passing lanes, good rebounding, hustling for loose balls, going to the floor. But the most impressive thing was moving the ball up court, looking for your open teammate.
That's right. They certainly knew what they were doing in that first half. And their coach, Clinton Lassiter, is with our sideline reporter, Seth Orensky. Seth, what do you have?
Joined by Showstoppers coach Clinton Lassiter. Coach, slow start, trying to just to get 5 girls here, and then it was 2-0 for a while. Then you guys turned it on. What was the big focus in that first timeout, second timeout that turned this game around?
I think just they're young kids, they're young girls, this atmosphere. They never played at UMass Boston for a championship, so just being in this atmosphere, everyone wants to be perfect, and so then coming out, getting nerves out. So once the first basket goes in, it's a little bit of jitters off the back, and then once they get going, they get going.
Cheyenne Swain Price not only has the size that's pretty impressive at the 1300 level, but she has the skill too. A couple of really nice finishes. How big is she for this team, but also how does she help the rest of these girls reach their potential?
Well, we play, we gamble. We're running, jumping, trapping everywhere around. So having someone with that much IQ and that size in the back to protect the hoop makes it a lot easier for us to take those chances. So she's a big piece of everything that we do.
Only 4 points allowed in the first half. How do you keep them quiet in the second half, avoid a second half push?
It's 2 hours of basketball for a reason. So the first half means only so much if you don't take care of the second half. So keep them humble, understand it's 0-0 at half, and then just take it from there.
Thanks so much for your time, Coach. Spoken like a guy who's been here a few times before. We'll head back to Pat and Allen.
Thanks very much, Seth. And actually, if you look at both sidelines, both coaching staffs have been in the BNBL championship several times before, and I'm sure that helps, especially when you're at a new facility where you got to kind of adjust to what some of these players are dealing with today.
Very important. You're right. And it's for Shelburne, it's like, you know, the girls are right now. If you're coaching them, you got to get them off of the idea of we only have 4 points.
Right.
All right. It's the second half. You have the entire half to turn things around. Did not play that well offensively. Had far more nerves than the Showstoppers had in that first, especially the first 10 minutes or so. They didn't get their first hoop until like maybe 12 minutes into the game. So
right.
that's the type of thing that sticks in the head of young players. So I think they'll bounce back. Not sure if they'll be able to make up this deficit, but they can make it more of a game in the second half.
No question, no question. So we'll see what kind of adjustments they make here at the half. And we're going to head to break. When we come back, we'll have the second half of the girls 13 and under BNBL championship right after these words. Don't go away, folks.
We just finished dinner and it was time for homework.
He hates homework.
It makes no sense.
I don't know how he finds anything in his backpack.
I can't find my backpack.
I couldn't even read his handwriting.
Holding the pencil makes my hand hurt.
I know he's bright.
Why is it so hard for me?
He's
I'm
just
trying
gotta
as
try a
hard
little
as
harder.
I can.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. Go to understood.org, a free online resource with support and tools to help your child thrive.
Welcome back to the Clark Athletic Center at UMass Boston for the 2018 Girls 13 and under BNBL Championships. Right now, the Showstoppers lead the Shelburne Alphas 20-4. Showstoppers started the half with the basketball, but they just turned it over on the baseline. So Shelburne Alphas.
That was an unforced turnover. It's just an errant pass.
We'll see if the Alphas can capitalize. Nice drive to the hoop, but it's blocked out of bounds.
Cheyenne's had some
By Swain Price. Yeah, she's really playing well.
She's doing a little bit of everything.
Nice move back towards the middle.
That's her third foul there. That's what you were talking about before halftime.
Right. Here's a replay inside of that foul.
Right on the arm.
So now Shania Slayman at the free throw line, and she rattles home the first.
It's 1 for 2. But now Shelburne's going to go into a full court zone press.
Manley going all the way to the basket, but she couldn't finish.
The toughest part for Shelburne is they feel like they have to make every perfect play, so they're trying to make passes that's not necessarily there.
Oh, nice move to the rim again from Swain Price. Posted up well for that inbound pass. Barros also now with 4 assists to lead the Showstoppers. I see Clinton Lassiter, a veteran of the BNBL, both as a player and a coach.
And also a high school coach.
Yeah, his Cathedral girls program has become a very dominant program in that Division IV level.
UMass, they're done a really good job. Matter of fact, a number of his players in the past few BNBL seasons, we've seen some of his high school players playing together.
Manley up the steal, banks it home for the Showstoppers. Another steal. Wide open underneath for the layup. That time for the Showstoppers.
All Showstoppers are doing is taking away passing lanes.
Yeah, that was Taylor Barrows with that basket.
The real problem with the Shelburne Alphas, they're just not moving out of their spots.
Barrows with another steal. Here comes Barrows leading the break. He's got a 1-on-4.
That'll be over the back.
That one's on Andrea Manley.
The one thing about the Showstoppers, they do get a lot of fouls because they play so aggressively. But with them, they have, like I said, they have 3 players on the bench now. So foul trouble, the Cheyenne's in trouble in foul. Well, we get 3 fouls. But if she has to sit down, they do have a couple of other reserves now. But we're going to see the same thing in 15 and under. I mean, they play the exact same style. And that's what they live by. Quick double team and then play the passing lane.
Now getting out of the break, here comes Barrows. Nice job stopping to avoid the defense right there. So another basket for Barrows, and now it's a 23-point lead for the Showstoppers. Barrows with another steal. Got Manley in the corner. Andrea Manley for 3, now around the rim and out. Swain Price scoring inside. Cheyenne Swain Price.
And in Price's case, I mean, she is the biggest girl out there, but it's not just a matter of her being the biggest, because she's showing really good skills. And she gets positioned well, defends, she already has a couple of blocks, has rebounds, rebounds, she shoots the ball well. Yeah, think about that. It's like the team has 30 points, she has 12 of them, also 7 rebounds.
Barrows getting chased down by the Alphas. Barrows trying for the and one. Did they count it? No, that foul's on the floor. Foul's on the floor.
They're going to call it before the shot goes up. Watch her. Well, I think they had to call it because she took an extra step to get the shot off. So call it on the floor.
Still just 30-5 here with just under 9 minutes left. They did not count that last basket.
Yeah,
that was not a man one. It was a foul on the floor.
3-second violation on the Showstoppers. Barrows.
Yep. Whistle for that trip at the top of the key. Substitution for the Showstoppers. Coming back in is Jasmine Cox, and Kaylee Sanchez also coming in for the Showstoppers as Andrea Manley and Tanea Printence going to head to the bench. It's a little less height in there for the Showstoppers. We'll see if Alphas can take advantage. They're getting the rebounds.
The offensive rebounds. Just couldn't put it back. From the traveling violation.
Again, some point-blank shots underneath. And we get another foul on the Showstoppers.
It just seems like the Shelburne Alphas just over-anxious with their shots.
Right.
It's just getting the ball and sort of flinging it up instead of sort of taking your time to get a good shot off.
Akari Lloyd from the Showstoppers whistle for the foul, so Johnson Shed back at the free throw line. And her struggles continue. She misses the first. She's now 0 for 3 from the charity stripe. Shed misses the second. Put back, what a play that time from Jasmine Cox.
And that's just hustle. You see your teammate driving one way, you go to the weak side.
Really good drive that time from Blue Kerr, and she gets fouled on her way to the bucket.
That Showstoppers foul, number 3, Jasmine Cox, her fourth personal. The team's 7th foul. Blue Kerr at the line. The Alphas shoot 2.
Yeah, both teams struggled with the free throws, but see if 17 fouls now on Showstoppers. Meanwhile, just one team foul on the Alphas. Yeah, Shelburne's only 1 for 7 from the free throw line, and that's another reason there with this big hole.
Can't hit the second. Oh, nice feed inside. Basket was no good. Wayne Price, of course, there for the putback.
Yeah, she's been the real show the entire game on both ends of the floor.
Wonder if Coach Lassiter has already got her lined up to be wearing a Cathedral jersey in a couple of years.
He's probably asked her what number she wants, right?
Layup no good from Shelburne Alphas, who just have not had any luck around the basket tonight.
Just over anxious. I mean, they know they're way behind, so they're just having a tough time settling in to get good shots up.
That Showstoppers fouls number 8, Zoe Powell, Rory. Her third personal, the team's 8th foul.
Got a traveling violation there. So yeah, we saw Shelburne earlier this season. They played against a very young team. They actually won handily, but we were talking about the fact that they're a well-rounded team, and so it's not a surprise to see them here in the championship. Just you run into a buzzsaw like the Showstoppers, and the key is get off to a bad start. I really think if Shelburne had gotten off to a better start, if they could have got made a couple of free throws early, a couple of hoops, kept the game close, because it was a matchup of defense for the first 5 minutes. It was 2-0.
That's right.
But the next 5 minutes is when the Showstoppers just sort of took things over.
Yeah, and everything sort of snowballed for the Shelburne Alphas after that.
Another traveling violation, so the Showstoppers get it again. 3 minutes to go.
Three-pointer short. Swain Price.
More of the same. She made the pass to her teammate, the three-point territory, but then was able to plant herself underneath for the rebound and the hoop.
Yeah, 16 points and 10 boards now for Swain Price, who leads everybody in both categories. Manley, good pass out on the break. And that's going to be a foul inside.
Good
that's
hustle.
a good hustle, yeah, from Amaya Price.
But again, it's more of the same. Beautiful pass, sending your teammate in for layup attempts.
You know what? There's a lot of players that would have just let that layup happen. You know, at this point in the game, you got a 31-point lead. I mean,
well, and I think a lot of coaches will tell you, you never know when you're going to be in a championship game again. So let's enjoy it. But while you're out there, play hard. Sure. That's what we just saw with Price.
Free throw is missed. Good rebound, however. Manley on the drive. And she'll get 2 free throws.
Nice strong drive, I tell you. She's done that a few times. Watch her using the left hand. Good first step to get her free. Both teams really dreadful from the free throw line. You're ahead by 31 points. You're only 2 for 12 from the free throw line.
Put back. Good there for the Shelburne Alphas, as that's Courtney Howell. A lot of this is too little, too late for the Shelburne Alphas, but that three-pointer's no good. You also wonder how many of these girls are 11, 12.
Well, that's the key. You're right. That's
might be right back here next year. You know? Barrows gets fouled on her way to the hoop. Barrows has had a real nice game.
She really has. We talked about the defense. Barrows has 6 steals in the game.
Another missed free throw from the Showstoppers. Off the up fake. Nice drive off the backboard. That time from Johnson Shed. I'm sorry, that's Milani Smith with that layup. And Barrow's going to be whistled with the walk. Another good drive that time from the Shelburne Alphas.
Chance for free throws.
Lonnie Smith. I'm sorry, that's
from beginning
Alan
to
Paisley.
end. Yeah, Paisley. From beginning to end, it was, like I said, the first 5 minutes was 2-0. And that was just defense back and forth, a lot of energy.
Yeah, I thought we were going to have like a 4-2 halftime score.
But it was didn't take long for this. Once those steals started piling up.
That's right.
Those steals turned into layups.
Put back there for the Shelburne Alphas. That's Courtney Howell's second basket. Off the crossover. Alphas still getting offensive rebounds. Cox now back inside. Skip pass, and the three is short that time from Akari Lloyd. Layup missed underneath, and that is going to do it for the girls. 13 and under BNBL championship. The Showstoppers take down the Shelburne Alphas 37-11 here at the Clark Center at UMass Boston. And Alan, you keep mentioning it here in the second half, but right, when they were at that 2-0 point, and then Showstoppers just went on a run, and then that was it.
The first 5 minutes were 2-0. Next 5 minutes were like 20-0.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
That's how it happens to it. I mean, and it happens quickly, mainly because you're talking about turnovers turning into easy baskets for the Showstoppers. And that's exactly how they play. They're 15 on the girls' team is getting ready to play now. We're going to see the same style. It's just a matter of can the opposing team slow them down and do a better job with the press breaker.
Yep, no question. We'll see if they adjust. They're in the 15 and under game after watching that 13 and under game. That's the good thing about having the same two teams in the next game. You can sort of make adjustments, even though there might be some different players. Folks, we're going to head to break. When we come back, we'll have our game-winning coach and our MVP of this game, along with the final stats here at the Clark Center at UMass Boston, right after these words. Don't go away.
Foster safety. Foster hope. Foster joy. Foster curiosity. Foster support. Become a foster parent, because every parent makes a difference. Foster, Massachusetts.
Hey, look, it's those guys. Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be?
Go and step out of the vehicle for me.
See ya, buddy. Good luck. So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing. And it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
First time I tried Vicodin, it was laying around my mom's house. And then I kept taking them whenever I could get them. I didn't know they'd be this addictive. I didn't know how far I'd go to get more.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
Do you want to retire like a champ? Just like legendary basketball star Uncle Drew?
Don't do him like that, Uncle Drew!
You're already acing the game. You've got your dream ride.
Don't be slamming my door.
Sorry about that.
You just did the same.
Gotta get the boys. Your dream vacation and your dream team. And now you can make your retirement just as legendary.
I get buckets.
Get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Awkward. I'm the awkward silence. You try to avoid me, then there I am again.
But an awkward silence can be a great thing.
Like Kelly here is about to demonstrate.
You haven't really been yourself lately.
Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Queen is just my everything.
His smile did it. His smile, his eyes, his knowledge. My landlord, he decided that he wanted me to move based on the fact that I was transgender. Let's just respect people in everyday life for just being human.
No doubt you're going places, young lady.
Thank you. And thank you for the interview as well. I can imagine it was the last thing that you wanted to do after such a long campaign meeting.
You really are a very intelligent young woman. You're very smooth.
You're very smooth yourself.
You have no idea.
Why is my son having trouble in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with my son over his homework.
Home, walk, restaurant. Need a review?
No. He's smart, but his mind wanders.
7 wonders of the world.
Why don't you understand me?
I do. I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Redirecting to understood.org.
Join parents and experts at understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help your child thrive.
Eva Marie smoked 12,000 packs of cigarettes over 15 years. She quit, and now there's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking. Now start screening. No matter how much you smoked, early detection could save you. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
It appears these hot ashes are about to be dumped, which could possibly start a wildfire. How will Smokey deal with such a hot situation? The garden hose defense. Next, a thorough stir. Then another spray. And finally, feeling if the ashes are cool.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, yes, the selfie. A ritual practiced so frequently with this tribe, but not so much by Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Marie, you have prediabetes.
Prediabetes? I don't have time to eat right or exercise. I'm a busy mom.
Oh, you're a busy mom.
Yeah.
This is great news. Busy moms never get prediabetes.
Wait, what?
Let me just... Yeah, this is all the people at risk for prediabetes, and way over here, busy moms. No?
Planning the right amount of food is hard. The Guestimator makes it easy. Just tell it who's coming and what's for dinner. Then it tells you how much to make. And yes, it even plans for leftovers. Try it at savethefood.com.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
We cannot be bystanders.
We can stop to make sure someone is okay.
We can warn someone when their drink isn't safe.
And disrupt the situation.
We can.
Get someone a cab.
Or walk them home safely.
We can make campuses safer for our friends.
our roommates,
our classmates, our fellow human beings.
We cannot be bystanders.
We can
intervene.
It's on us.
All of us.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Hey, you.
Yeah, you. Getting that college education? What are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else? Or will you dare do something different? Like be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills. The smarts? Yes, you. You could be the teacher I never forget. That'd be cool. Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself?
What are you gonna make of me?
Welcome back to the Clark Athletics Center at UMass Boston at the conclusion of the girls' 2018. Talk about a way back machine. 2018 girls 13 and under BNBL championships. The Showstoppers take down Shelburne Alphas. And Alan, you think about the best player in today's game who just dominated. It was absolutely Cheyenne Swain Price.
No doubt.
Phenomenal game for her.
Both ends of the floor. That's the impressive part.
That's
rebounding, scoring, block shots. I tell you, she's gotten some foul trouble, but she played with it, and it was never an issue.
No question. She's definitely controlled despite how aggressive she was underneath the basket, and she's with our sideline reporter, Seth Oretsky. Seth?
Joined by our MVP, Cheyenne Swain Price, and head coach Clinton Lassiter. Cheyenne, 16 points, 11 rebounds, 5 blocks. Which of those numbers makes you happiest?
The blocks. I love getting blocks.
You not only dominated, getting some offensive rebounds, some easy putbacks, but you showed off your dribbling abilities. You had that one nice finish where you stutter step past someone. How hard have you worked on your offensive game between last year and this year? Last year you weren't on the team. This year you're a champion here at the 1300 level.
Well, I try to practice every day, and dribbling especially. I want to be a point guard someday. Yeah.
Well, your point guard today was pretty good. How much does it help to have a player like Taylor Barrows, 6 assists? She was looking for you all game long, and obviously she found you.
Yeah, it's great to have her on the team. The assists are great. I love it.
Congratulations on a great game. Good luck next year at the 15 and under level and today. Coach, you gave up 4 points in the first half, 5 more in the second half. Your defense was really the difference in this one, especially in the second half. They just looked lost. You kept getting into the passing lanes. How much of that is the motto of this team, and how much of that was maybe the other team being just a little bit less used to this level?
I think we have athletes, so we try to use the athleticism as much as possible. And when we have more than 5 people, we can trap, run, and press everywhere. So try to wear them down, just trying to cause havoc as much as possible. Having a player like Cheyenne, as I said, to protect the hoop makes it a lot easier. So it worked out for us today.
How much does it help to have all those other players? Obviously, you talked about the first time out. We need to get Cheyenne the ball, and the other players did. That was a big part of that run the first half, and then early in the second half when you put them away.
I think these girls are great. No one's selfish. Everyone knows the game plan, and they stick to it. Everyone's going to get their shots, but it's all about feed Cheyenne because she's our mismatch, and then from there, play offense. So long as you play defense, you're able to get a shot off. So if you don't play defense, sit down with us. So it works hard.
So you get the win at the 1300 level. How long do you get to cherish and enjoy this win before you focus on the next couple?
6 minutes and 50 seconds.
Congratulations on the win. Another one for the Showstoppers at the 1300 level.
Thanks very much, Seth, and certainly Coach Lassiter, no stranger to winning a BNBL championship, and he's going to be on the bench for a couple.
Multiples, right?
Right, he'll be on the bench for a couple more games too. So this is not his last rodeo here tonight. Certainly, they, as you mentioned, that 5-minute stretch was dominant for them.
That's all it took.
But you know, Coach Lassiter kept talking about the athletes he has too. I mean, there was some good just individual play from some of these girls too.
Well, what he does is his style is to show his players exactly how they can use their athletic ability. And the guards like Barrows, we talked about Barrows with the 6 steals. You know, she plays the passing lane, takes some chances sometimes. She had a couple of fouls being aggressive, but he doesn't mind that because, like you said, when he has girls on the bench to substitute in, he doesn't have to worry about foul trouble.
Right.
And so you go out aggressive, The aggression on defense is going to lead to steals, going to lead to some easy baskets, and before you know it, you have a 10-point game, then a 15-point game, and so on. That's exactly how they play. That's what he expects the girls to do, and the girls expect it out of themselves.
No question. We saw that here tonight. Let's take a look at the final stats from this game before we sign off from the first game of the night. First up, it's Shelburne.
The Shelburne, tough game all along. Just not many points, 11 for the entire game. Howell had 4. And you had Johnson Shed with 2. You had rebounds, 5 and 4, and no assists. It's a tough game statistically all around because they really couldn't get into their offense. Just couldn't do it.
Let's take a look at the Showstoppers final stats.
Showstoppers much different. We saw our outstanding player, Cheyenne, with 16 points. Cox added 5. Cheyenne also had 11 rebounds, as Seth said, and Cox with 5 rebounds. Barrows with those 6 assists, and Cox added 2. So they moved the ball well, and there were a lot of missed shots. So the assist totals for Showstoppers probably should have been a lot higher, but there were some easy shots that were missed because they're just going so fast.
That's right.
It's just like a frenzy. But overall, they played the kind of game they want to play. Defense set the tone and really get them that big lead.
No question, and that's how they were able to take the first BNBL title of tonight here in the girls 13 and under division. Folks, you want to watch this game again, you can certainly go to our website, www.cityofboston.gov/game of the week. You can also follow us on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/game of the week Boston. A lot of great stuff up on that Facebook page. You can also follow us on Twitter at Boston City TV. And if you want to tweet at us, use the hashtag BostonGOW. One girls BNBL championship down. We got 2 more left tonight, but for right now, I'm going to say so long from the Clark Athletic Center at UMass Boston. We'll see you next time on Game of the Week. Take care, everybody.